Good evening, my friends. Today, I'm here to tell you one simple truth. It's never too late to start over. Life doesn't hand out expiration dates for dreams. The only thing that can truly stop you is you. You see, every single day you wake up, you've got a choice. And don't let anyone fool you. Choices are powerful. They can change the course of your life. You can decide today to be more, to do more, and to become the person you were meant to be. It doesn't matter how many times you've stumbled or how many doors have closed. What matters is what you choose to do next. Life is a marathon. You only have a few seconds in this life. Let me tell you something about fear. Fear will whisper in your ear, "You're too old. It's too late. You've made too many mistakes." Fear wants to paralyze you, to keep you locked in the same chapter, reading the same lines of regret over and over again. But let me remind you of this. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. And if you're sitting there thinking, "But I've failed too many times," let me set the record straight. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every misstep, every fall, every heartache, they're not walls, they're stepping stones. The greatest lessons in life come from the hardest falls. If you've fallen 7 times, rise up 8. Every single time you get back up, you're rewriting your story. Now I want you to picture something. Close your eyes if you have to. Picture the person you want to be, the version of you that's fearless, focused, and free. Can you see it? Hold on to that vision. Because without a vision, you're just wandering. A clear picture of who you're becoming is like a map. It guides you, it keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets tough. And let's talk about the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who inspire you to reach higher. Don't waste time with those who doubt your dreams or drag you down. Find people who light a fire in your soul and remind you of your greatness on the days you forget. But here's the thing. Reinvention doesn't happen overnight. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just take one step, then another, and then another. Progress isn't measured by leaps and bounds. It's measured by showing up day after day, even when it's hard, even when no one's watching. Now, I know some of you are thinking, "But I'm too old to start over." Let me tell you something loud and clear. Age is just a number. It's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your ears. Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken in his 60s. Grandma Moses didn't start painting until her 70s. These people didn't let the clock dictate their dreams. Neither should you. And let's be real, this isn't just about you. Reinventing yourself is about the impact you leave on others. It's about the legacy you build, the inspiration you pass on. When you choose to rise, you show others that they can rise too. When you refuse to settle, you remind them that greatness is within reach. So I'm asking you today, what are you waiting for? What dream have you buried? What version of yourself have you been too afraid to chase? The time to start over is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when the timing is perfect, because it never will be. The perfect time is the moment you decide to make it so. Stand tall, take a breath, and remember this: you are not defined by your past. You are defined by the choices you make today. Reinvent yourself, reclaim your story. It's never too late to start over. Every single day we are presented with a gift, the ability to choose. This is one of the most profound and powerful tools we possess as human beings. The choices we make shape the direction of our lives, and with each decision we either move closer to or further away from the person we aspire to become. It doesn't matter where you've been or what you've done. What matters is what you choose to do next. And what matters is what you choose to do next. Some people believe that their circumstances define them. They think they're stuck in their current situation because of their upbringing, mistakes, or the hand life dealt them. But let me tell you something. Your circumstances may explain you, but they do not define you. You are more than your past, more than your failures, more than the limits others have tried to place on you. Every moment of every day, you have the power to decide to be better, to do better, to start again. But let's be honest, choosing a new path isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It's uncertain. It requires stepping into the unknown and leaving behind what feels familiar, even if that familiarity no longer serves you. The comfort zone is a dangerous place. It's where dreams go to die. Yet when you dare to choose differently, to break out of that comfort zone, you unlock the door to transformation. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to get it right all the time. Every choice won't be perfect, but every choice is progress. It's the act of choosing itself, deciding to take the first step, then the next, that moves you forward. Choosing to believe in yourself, even when others don't. Choosing to keep going, even when it's hard. Choosing to rewrite the narrative that's been holding you back. It's not about having all the answers or knowing exactly where the road will lead. It's about trusting that you have the strength and the courage to figure it out along the way. The power of choice means you're never truly stuck. As long as you're breathing, as long as there's a spark of desire in your heart, you can choose to start over, to reinvent yourself, to create a life that aligns with who you are meant to be. When people lose sight of their essence, they lose sight of their ultimate truth. They lose sight of the things that matter most. That's why we are here. So make the choice. Not tomorrow, not when the timing feels perfect. Right now, because your future is waiting, and it starts with the decision you make today. Fear is a powerful force. It can whisper doubts into your mind, magnify the unknown, and hold you back from stepping into the life you're meant to live. And when it comes to starting over, fear often becomes the loudest voice in the room. It tells you, what if you fail again? What if people judge you? What if you're not good enough? But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. It thrives on keeping you stuck, convincing you that it's safer to stay where you are, even when where you are is not where you want to be. Yet, starting over is never easy, but neither is staying stuck. You have to ask yourself, which is harder, facing the discomfort of change or living with the regret of never trying? Fear will tell you to avoid risk, but the truth is, the greater risk lies in doing nothing. Life isn't about avoiding failure. It's about learning, growing, and becoming stronger through every challenge you face. You've got to. You are robbing yourself of the chance to live. If you don't make mistakes, you might as well die trying and hope to never think of it again. The first step in overcoming the fear of starting over is acknowledging that fear is natural. Everyone feels it. Fear doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act in spite of it. Courage isn't about feeling ready or fearless. It's about taking that leap, even when your hands are shaking and your heart is racing. One of the greatest antidotes to fear is action. The moment you take that first step, no matter how small, fear begins to lose its grip. You start to realize that the monster in your mind isn't as big as you imagined. You don't have to know every step of the journey. You just need to move forward. And remember, starting over isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of strength. It means you're brave enough to let go of what no longer serves you and bold enough to pursue what sets your soul on fire. People might doubt you. They might question your choices, but their opinions don't define your path. You do. Fear will always be there, lurking in the background, but it doesn't have to control you. Face it, step into it, and watch how it shrinks as you rise. Starting over is not the end. It's the beginning of something new, something better. And you are stronger than the fear that tries to hold you back. Failure is one of life's greatest teachers. It may sting, it may humble you, but it is never the end of the story. Too often, we are conditioned to see failure as a mark of shame, a sign that we've reached the limit of our abilities. But the truth is, failure is not a full stop. It's a comma. It's a pause, a moment to reflect, learn, and grow before you continue your journey. Every person who has achieved greatness has faced failure some more times than they can count. The difference is, they didn't let failure define them. They used it. They looked at the broken pieces, figured out what went wrong, and built something stronger in its place. Failure isn't a verdict on your potential. It's a stepping stone to your success. When you fail, it forces you to ask hard questions. What could I have done differently? Where did I go wrong? How can I be better next time? These questions are uncomfortable, but they're also invaluable. They strip away the illusion of perfection and push you to see yourself with clarity. And in that clarity, you find the tools you need to grow. Some of the most profound lessons come from the moments that test us the most. Failure teaches you resilience, the ability to get back up when life knocks you down. It teaches you humility, reminding you that growth often comes from listening, learning, and being willing to start fresh. It also teaches you creativity, pushing you to think differently, to innovate, and to find new solutions when the old ones no longer work. But perhaps the most important lesson failure teaches is that it's not final, unless you let it be. You can fail at something without being a failure. You can stumble without being stuck. The moment you decide to rise again, to try again, to push forward despite the setbacks, you've already turned failure into a victory. So don't fear failure. Embrace it. Learn from it. Let it refine you, not define you. Every fall is a chance to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's a detour, guiding you toward a better path. Use it as fuel, because the only true failure is giving up before you've reached your potential. Vision is the foundation of transformation. Without it, you're simply moving through life, reacting to circumstances instead of creating your future. Vision is what gives direction to your steps, purpose to your actions, and clarity to your goals. It is the picture of the life you desire and the person you are determined to become. When you have a vision, you are no longer aimless. It's like setting your eyes on a distant horizon and saying, "That's where I'm going." Even if the path is unclear, the vision gives you something to hold on to, something to strive for. It doesn't matter how many twists and turns the journey takes. What matters is that you know where you're headed. What matters is that you know where you're headed. But vision isn't just about dreaming big. It's about seeing yourself in the future and believing that it's possible to get there. It's about imagining what your life could look like if you stopped settling for less, if you pushed past fear and doubt, and if you gave everything you've got to pursue what sets your soul on fire. That belief, that conviction, is what fuels your effort even when the road gets tough. A strong vision also serves as a filter. It helps you distinguish between what matters and what doesn't. When you know what you're working toward, distractions lose their power. You're less likely to waste time on things that don't align with your goals, and more likely to stay focused on the steps that move you closer to your vision. And let's be real, life will test you. There will be moments when the journey feels too hard, when doubt creeps in, and you wonder if the vision is worth it. But it's in those moments that your vision becomes your anchor. It reminds you why you started, why you're fighting, and why you can't give up. Vision isn't about waiting for everything to be perfect before you start. It's about seeing the potential within yourself and taking action, even when you don't have all the answers. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize, even when the path is uphill. When you have a vision, you're not just living, you're creating. You're shaping your future, step by step, into something extraordinary. So dream boldly, see it clearly, and let your vision guide you to the life you were meant to live. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your growth. They can either lift you up, inspiring you to reach new heights, or they can hold you back, keeping you stuck in old patterns. If you want to reinvent yourself, you must be intentional about who you allow in your circle. Growth thrives in the right environment, and the company you keep shapes the environment you live in. Think about the conversations you have, the energy you absorb, and the values of those closest to you. Are these people encouraging your dreams or discouraging them? Are they challenging you to become better, or are they content with mediocrity? Growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's nurtured by the people who push you, believe in you, and remind you of your potential, even when you doubt yourself. Sometimes, surrounding yourself with growth means making hard choices. It means stepping away from relationships that no longer serve you, or limiting your time with those who drain your energy. It's not about arrogance or judgment. It's about protecting your vision and prioritizing your personal development. You can't grow in an environment that stifles you. Seek out people who inspire you, who are living examples of the growth you want to achieve. Spend time with those who have already walked the path you're striving toward. Learn from their experiences, their wisdom, and their mistakes. Find mentors, friends, and communities that challenge your thinking, broaden your perspective, and hold you accountable to your goals. Hearken to the call. Growth also requires vulnerability. You need people who will tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. People who will call you out when you're falling short, not because they want to tear you down, but because they see your potential and want to help you rise to it. Real growth happens when you're willing to hear those hard truths and use them as fuel for your progress. Remember, you become a reflection of the people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with negativity, complacency, or doubt, it will seep into your mindset. But if you immerse yourself in positivity, ambition, and growth, you'll absorb that too. Choose your circle wisely, because the right people can transform not just your mindset, but your entire trajectory. Consistency is the secret to lasting change. Too often, we get caught up in the pursuit of perfection, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions to take action. But the truth is, perfection is an illusion. It's a trap that keeps you stuck, making you believe you're not ready, not good enough, or not capable. What really matters is consistency. Showing up day after day, doing the work, even when it's not perfect. When you focus on perfection, you set yourself up for disappointment. You become so worried about getting everything right that you hesitate to even start. And when you inevitably fall short of impossible standards, it's easy to feel defeated and give up altogether. But consistency gives you room to grow, to learn, and to improve. It's not about doing everything flawlessly. It's about doing something regularly. Small steps taken consistently lead to big changes over time. Think about it. Progress isn't made in giant leaps. It's made in the accumulation of small, consistent actions. It's the writer who commits to writing a few pages every day, even when the words don't flow perfectly. It's the person who goes to the gym 3 times a week, even when they're tired and don't feel like it. It's the entrepreneur who takes one small step toward their vision every single day, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Consistency also builds discipline and resilience. It teaches you to push through challenges and keep going even when motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. But consistency creates habits, and habits are what carry you forward when motivation isn't enough. Scarcity will do the impossible. It will seem difficult. It will seem unreal. And here's the beauty of it. Consistency compounds. The small actions you take today might not seem like much, but over time they add up to something extraordinary. That daily effort, even if imperfect, creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence fuels even greater progress. So stop chasing perfection. Stop waiting for everything to be just right before you start. Instead, focus on showing up. Focus on being consistent, no matter how small the steps. Because in the end, it's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Consistency, not perfection, is what will take you from where you are to where you want to be. Too many people believe that age is a barrier, a wall that keeps them from reaching their potential. They think that once they hit a certain milestone, their dreams should be packed away because they're too old to start something new. But I'm here to tell you that age is just a number, and it doesn't have the power to define your future unless you let it. Look around and you'll see countless examples of people who've defied age. There are entrepreneurs who started businesses in their 60s and 70s, artists who began their careers later in life, athletes who kept pushing their limits long after society told them they were past their prime. Age doesn't stop people. It doesn't make them less capable or less worthy of success. What truly matters is the mindset you carry, the belief that you can still grow, still change, still achieve greatness, no matter how many years have passed. The idea that there's an expiration date on your dreams is a lie. Your experience, your wisdom, your resilience, all of that only gets richer with time. With age comes perspective, and with perspective comes clarity. You know yourself better, you understand what truly matters, and you're less likely to waste time on things that don't serve your purpose. In fact, age can be an asset. It brings a level of maturity and strength that youth doesn't always have. You have the ability to take calculated risks, to use the lessons you've learned from your past to navigate the future more wisely. You've weathered storms, faced challenges, and come out stronger on the other side. That experience can be the fuel that drives you forward. There is no deadline for success, no age limit for pursuing your dreams. If you're still breathing, it's not too late to start over, to reinvent yourself, to create something new. Age doesn't make you irrelevant. It makes you more equipped, more capable of achieving what you once thought was impossible. So throw away the notion that you're too old. The truth is, it's never too late to begin again, to learn, to grow, and to reach for everything you've ever wanted. A lady knew me once said, "The only thing holding you back is the belief that your age limits you." And that's a lie you don't have to accept. Success is often measured by the tangible things we achieve, the money we earn, the accolades we collect, the titles we hold. These things are important, no doubt, but they are not the full measure of a life well lived. The true legacy you leave behind goes far beyond these surface achievements. It's not about what you accumulate in your lifetime, but about the impact you have on others, the lives you touch, and the example you set. A legacy is built on the way you make others feel, the lessons you impart, and the way you uplift those around you. When you're gone, the achievements might fade, the awards may gather dust, but the way people remember how you made them feel, that's what endures. It's the kindness you showed, the way you encourage others to rise, and the wisdom you shared that continues to resonate long after you're gone. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of success as a personal pursuit, thinking that the most important thing is to climb higher, achieve more, and outdo others. But real success is about lifting others as you rise. It's about creating opportunities for others to shine, about sharing your knowledge, and about inspiring those around you to reach for their own greatness. Your legacy is found in how you elevate others, not just in how high you climb. This, the better your life defines. The better your finances, the better your life defines. This is why, when you focus on leaving a legacy, you shift your mindset from one of accumulation to one of contribution. It's no longer about what you can get, but about what you can give. It's about taking what you've learned, what you've experienced, and passing it on to the next generation so they can build upon it and keep moving forward. You are not just creating a legacy for yourself, you are planting seeds for others to grow. You can also build your legacy for others to grow. True legacy is about the values you instill, the love you give, and the principles you stand by. It's about showing others what it means to live with integrity, to work with passion, and to be relentless in the pursuit of your dreams. When you live with purpose and create a life that's aligned with your values, you leave behind a legacy that inspires others to live with the same sense of meaning and intention. So as you strive for success, remember that your legacy isn't just about your achievements. It's about the mark you leave on the world, the way you help others grow, and the lasting impact you have on those who come after you.